Hello, everybody. Dana Alderman here again for your DES209 Graphic Design 2 class. And I have Jay here with me. Thank you for coming. I appreciate it. And everybody that's watching the lecture, I appreciate that as well. You guys will notice that I have a different environment now. Finally got my office moved. Of course, we're not done. We'll be painting and so on and so forth, but for now, at least, I've got a space of my own. So if there are any questions or concerns, please make sure that you email me and let me know. So many people have emailed me and asked for extensions and let me know the situation, and I thank you. I thank you for that, because I just need to know what's going on, right? If you need clarification, not everybody learns the same way, right? So I tend to, a lot of things that we are trying to do in our classes now is to kind of chunk the information a little bit. So what I'm probably going to go back and do, well, this week is pretty straightforward. It's just about doing the mock-ups. So I'm gonna probably just cut down the video, and then we'll use that for if you need a reminder, things like that. I'm also gonna go find some just different deliverables, or not deliverables, mock-ups for you. You don't have to use the ones that are in the assignment. You can use pretty much any one that you feel is necessary, okay? All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and get off camera. Jay, did you have any questions or anything you needed me to go over? Okay, you must have stepped away. That's okay. Oh, okay. No, you're good. Okay, thank you. Thank you for answering. You can use your microphone while we're in class. I don't have a problem with that. So, all right, let me go ahead and share my screen. And today we are talking about, we've got our announcement reminders, and in the announcements, I put in the Learning Coaches hours for week 2, and yesterday's lecture is in here. If you follow this recording, or this lecture, it will help you to create better compositions. Okay, there's a lot of great information in here. The lecture's down at the bottom. But the truth behind the golden ratio, beginning graphic design fundamentals, and layout composition, okay? Some things like that. Today I'm gonna go over, open this up, the golden ratio. I had found this great link that explains it a little bit better. It's a very confusing thing. So we'll talk about that. Week 2 work review. We haven't even started that yet. So that actually, we'll talk about what we're going to create, promotional items. Okay. The slogans, we're going to talk about those promo items, the demo review. And then actually this is just going to be a demo, not review. And if we have time, we'll go through some of these advanced theories, okay? All right, so let's first talk about promotional items. So promotional items are things that you use to give away to clients or give away to customers, right? It's called swag, articles of merchandise like bags, right? It could be pens, it could be stickers. What else could it be? T-shirts, keychains, bumper stickers, exactly. It also can be coffee cups. It can also be, I don't know, maybe like zipper cases or something like that. Now, this particular part of the class, it's not about you actually recreate the logo. Some of you will create a new version of the logo, but you must make sure that you use some familiarity in the logo, such as the color theme. The color theme should be the same, guys, like I talked about yesterday, right? So let's look a little bit about promotionals. So let's see here, promotion, we've got hats, cups, water bottles, keychains, bags, shirts, umbrellas, pens, towels. The sky's the limit here, guys, okay? So that's what this week is we're really concentrating on promoting the brand that you, the company that you are branding, okay? So with that, you wanna think about scalability, you want to think about all those things. So you've already just put the logo on. You want to actually get into Illustrator and you want to create those slogans. And we're going to talk about those just in a little bit. And typically a slogan does not always work with the logo. It works as a standalone possibly, maybe on a t-shirt or something like that. All right, so these are very, very pixelated for some reason. I don't know what happened. Huh. Give me 1 second. Let's try that. There we go. Yeah, I don't like that layout, but okay. Oh, you're back over there. All right. So looking at these different things, you've got USB drives and things like that. You've got basketballs and keychains and all these different things. So you can do what you feel works for promotional items. Now, these are not deliverables, guys, just so you know. Deliverables are things like advertisements in flat format, the logo in flat format, social media, Facebook covers, advertisements for social media, punch cards, brochures, cardboard cutouts, exactly. Basically, what a deliverable is when you create, actually, let me go ahead and file and reset what I got here. Okay, so this is a deliverable, okay? Notice it's not mocked up. Hello, Andrea, welcome. Thank you for coming. This is not mocked up, but I'm going to do file and document setup, and I need to make sure that I have a bleed on here. And I'm going to show you why. 0.125, that's usually what I use, 0.125 inches. Oh, that pin. There we go. It's about 9 pixels. And then say okay. Now, why do we use a bleed? Anybody remember? We use it so edges where type and design elements do not get cut where we don't want them to be cut, right? Oh, what happened to my poor little guy's hand? Oh, no, not that. I don't know what happened. It's like it got, I don't know. And don't ask me how I saw that. It's just I do. Okay. And he should be, all right, so I'm going to zoom out a little bit. This should be forward. I don't know. All right, so this is, I'm not going to play with that, but this is how the deliverables look, right? They're flat. They have, they can be printed. They're sent to the printer. They should have bleeds, and this page should be, so this is 2 pages, okay? If you look at this, 2 pages. This is for the front, and this is for the back. I don't know. I'm thinking I possibly could make it a whole page and just make sure, you know, because it's supposed to be winding around the side of the t-shirt, right? I put it on 2 artboards. They could possibly just butt them up against each other, but I think it'd be better if they just did one. But anyway, so you got to think about that too. You got to think about the size, shape, and things like that. We're going to work a little bit more on that next week, okay, when it comes to deliverables. Now, what we're doing this week is we are doing mock-ups and slogans, okay? So Jay and Andrea, have either one of you done mock-ups before? I'm sure you have in your other courses. Okay. Not that you can remember. Okay. Okay. So there's a few things. You can come over here to this mock-up file link if you would like. There's a lot of good stuff in here. I'm just going to save it to my desktop over here. Wait for Word to open up. Basically, they're links, okay? You have to, first thing that you need to do is make sure that you revise your logo according to the feedback that I gave you, okay? If you're having problems with rounding those corners, make sure that you let me know. I can help you. If you're having problems finding the typeface, let me know, okay? All right, so I'm gonna go to Graphic Design Junction. That's the first one. There's tons and tons and tons of mock-ups in here, okay? So some of these are just business cards and things like that. Yeah, I don't think we'd need a business card for Scooper's Ice Cream, so I'm not gonna use that. Maybe for the gaming, and maybe, let's see, gaming and Everlore possibly as well, okay? So let's see, folders, nah. I'm just looking to see logo and my tagline. This is a mock-up, not so much. I am gonna do landscape. Let's see what we can find here. Sometimes for scoopers, it's a little bit, I'm just gonna do this. I would much rather do this. It's up to you how you approach it. I'm gonna say ice cream. Mock-ups. Why did I do that? Okay, ice cream PSD, free yummy ice cream. Let's go here. I'm gonna Behance. I love Behance, one of my favorite places to be. Oh, I like that. Okay, ice cream mock-up. Replace your design here. I think I like this one. Okay, I'm gonna click that and I'm gonna download this free yummy ice cream. There's a couple things I'm gonna do though. Looking at this, I may want to incorporate my color palette into these lines. And that was actually something I talked about creating vintage. And I was thinking about with my advertisements creating vertical lines, like a candy stripper kind of feel. So that's why this works so well. Okay. Okay, it didn't save. Let's try this again. Oh, I know, that's why. Oh, I have to, okay. Follow and tweet. Okay. There we go. Excuse me. Mock-up free. Let me put that in my mock-ups. This one right here, and this is DES209. Okay, so there's that. It's pizza. I don't want no pizza. Ice cream. I don't want cups. Ice cream. No. I think I'm going to do store front. Lockups PSD. There we go. All right, so now I've got to find what my store is going to look like here. I don't want it to, coffee shop, bakery, cupcakes. That might, it's kind of vintage. Doesn't really look like a, signs. Let's see here. This, I think, because I'm looking more for the feel of being vintage, right? Okay. Really? Oops, that page cannot be found. Love it. Kind of has a, well, hopefully we can be careful. Don't start clicking on things. Just let it do what it's supposed to do, and then it'll pop up. If it'll say click here if does not. Okay, that one works. So which one do I want? I want this one, I think. And down here it says download PSD. Now I gotta wait for it. I will make sure that I put this in the announcements, okay? There's something while I'm waiting, I wanted to, I don't know if it's my downloads maybe. No, hold on a second. I'm gonna open it up. And I'm gonna open up in Photoshop, but I'm gonna work on my slogan too though, before I get that, okay? Just wanted to get it started. I wanted to show you how to find these. I wanted to show something that one of my colleagues, this one. Take a look at this. And I had never realized this ever until today when this was sent. And I think it's pretty, a pretty great idea of use of negative space. What do you think? Do you see what it's, I mean, do you see the negative space? Yeah, it looks like a stick figure. Did you ever realize that before? Yeah, neither did I. And now I can't unsee it, unfortunately. I mean, I can remember, you know, it being his tie, but now I'm like, all I see is his stick figure with this big head. Pretty cool. The Wendy's logo says mom. No, I did not know that. Let's see. Oh, it does too. Wow, I never noticed that either. It's just awesome. I mean, it's one of those things that you just have to really, really be to really pay attention to detail. And those subtleties, you know, if somebody sees it, it's a bonus pretty much, you know. Great. What in the world? Right. With some of this stuff I see, I'm like, okay. All right. So let's talk a little bit about, I downloaded those for now, and we'll go into talking about, I'll do the demo here in a little bit, okay? I have some videos for you guys for slogans and taglines, and as I said yesterday, I'll give them to you. I don't want to take up the time watching videos. I would much rather spend our time together. Golf logo. Let's see here. Oh yeah, yeah. That's an awesome use of negative space. Great, great job. All right. So when it comes to slogans with a logo, in order to promote brand identity, you need to make sure that it stands out on its own. It's got to be unique and memorable, guys, right? Not just the logo, but the slogan. You got to take your time, do the research, and it needs to be simple, but it also needs to focus on what the company, you know, about the company and what makes them different. Make it timeless, right? How do you make it timeless? Does anybody know? First of all, you don't want to start by using the current trends, right? Timeless slogans. Doing your research is how you do that, right? These are generators. You can use generators to get started, but I would say to make sure you just do the research, what taglines are, of course, and how to create one. See this here? Have a break, have a Kit Kat. Now, if you think about it, it's the same thing. Give me a break, break me off a piece of that Kit Kat bar, right? It's still the overall message to the brand. Well, there's that tie. Look at that. Diamond is forever. That is what, Jared? Jared? Can't remember. I go back. Oops. No. All right. Yep. Oh no, it's De Beers. Okay. Let's see. These are really, really old. Wheaties, the Breakfast of Champions. No, it does actually, Andrea, no. The company name does not need to be in the tagline. And we're going to work on some taglines. So Calgon, right? It's not the actual, I mean, later on, it was just take me away. Can you eat 3 shredded wheat? These were the big shredded wheats. Can you hear me now? Remember that one. Trying to think. Wendy's, that where's the beef? Where's the beef? Does anybody remember that one? You might not. I don't know. Smarties? What a lot. What a lot I got. Okay, okay, you're in good hands with Allstate. They are still using that, right? Apple's still using Think Different. See, taglines don't have to be a lot of words. It needs to be memorable, unique, but it also needs to be on point where if somebody hears it later on after hearing it a few times, they're going to know what it is. This one right here, Snap, Crackle, Pop. Please don't squid the sermon. Pringles. Once you pop, you can't stop. Yep, they're great. Frosted Flakes. Exactly. Okay, so does that help a little bit? We're gonna talk a little bit more about them. I'm gonna do some demo and things like that about taglines. Not taglines, but slogans. Which a slogan is basically a tagline. Okay, you want them to be no more than 7 words, guys. Because if they are more than 7 words, they will not be memorable. Okay. So you want to consider your target audience. So what I was going through is I'm looking for different things to grab that vintage kind of nature. And I haven't really found that spot yet. I mean, once you get that research and you find that sweet spot, trust me, it'll open up a lot of different things. So, let's see, Game Garage. Gaming. I don't know, I'm trying to think. It's not something that you can really just sit and think about and just boom, it comes to you all the time. You know, it'll take some time. Game anywhere, anyhow, anyway. Okay, that's nice. Yeah, game your way. Gaming your grandpa will love. Game on the go. Nice. Okay. Okay. There we go. Okay. Nice. All right. So, example. We talked about it already. Nike. Just do it. Okay. McDonald's. I'm loving it. Have it your way. These are still things that are used today. Melts in your mouth, not in your hand. M&Ms. What's in your wallet? Capital One. There, great. There is Jay's. And good. Campbell's soup. There's a lot of different things. I was singing something from the Arid Extra Dry from way back when. Of course, now it escapes my mind, but they're very, very memorable, and it helps the consumer to keep it in their mind. Okay, why is there 2 of these? Okay, I apologize. All right, so these are all memorable brands, right? Okay, Walmart, save money, live better. Nike, Coke. The World on Time, Disneyland, where dreams come true. Kodak, share a moment, share a life. I'm loving it. The Ultimate Driving Machine. We talked about this one already. Subway, eat fresh. And McDonald's, I'm loving it. Same thing here. It's finger licking good. Okay. Think different. Go further. And then, can you hear me now? I remember that commercial. Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? You ever hear it? Have you ever seen it? It's hilarious. Just like the Where's the Beef. Have you guys ever seen the Where's the Beef commercials? I mean, they're a little older. I'm kind of old, kind of. So I'm just gonna put and it's nothing huge. It's just we've got a lot of them. There's so many of us, not even funny.
It certainly is a big bun. It's a very big bun. Big fluffy bun. It's a very big fluffy bun.
Where's the beef? Some hamburger places give you a lot less beef on a lot of bun.
Where's the beef?
At Wendy's, we serve a hamburger we modestly call a single. And Wendy's single has more beef than the Whopper or Big Mac. At Wendy's, you get more beef and less bun.
Hey, where's the beef? I don't think there's anybody back there.
You want something better. You're Wendy's kind of people.
Yes, we know it's the big fluffy one. The manager. It is the manager. Where's the beef? He's putting us under the supervisor. You asked me which would is. Which called your?
At Wendy's, the hamburger we modestly call a single has more beef than the Big Mac or Whopper.
We've got the owner.
Hello? Where's the beef?
Wendy's kind of people never ask, where's the beef?
I don't think there's anybody there. I really don't.
When you drive to Wendy's and order a single, you get more beef than the Whopper or the Big Mac. At Wendy's, you never have to ask, where's the beef?
Pretty cool, huh? I mean, they keep, you know, they have so many commercials, but it's the same over and over and over. And why is that? It works, you guess. Okay. They keep it consistent because the message consistent, right? Because they want it to become memorable. Even if it's annoying, it becomes memorable. Does that make sense? I think the one of the most things that is annoying is that darn Aflac commercial. To me, anyway. At first it was cute, but after so long, I was like, Aflac. I'm like, oh my Lord. Even the kids were saying it, you know, but it was in my mind. And then, you know what, after a while, I was like, you know, what in the world is Aflac anyway? Here I was thinking it was just life insurance. That's not true. All right, so enough about that, but we want to, that's what we want to do is we want to gain memorization. And we want the brand to be known for something that's at its core message. Now, a core message is one thing, right? So say, for instance, Scoopers ice cream. Okay. I'm going to go over here, and I'm actually going to paste that in there now. What I want you guys to do is, you know, take one file, and then save it as the logo. You guys already have that, I think. Scoopers. Okay. I'm just going to do that because I did all four of them. That's why. Okay. All right. So basically, what I want you to do is I want you to think about how this. I think I still have the Scoopers today. Yeah, I don't even know where I put it. The Scoopers like the advertisements and what you wanted to, but you want to portray, how you want the message to be seen. For instance, we were talking about the SWOT analysis, right? Teaching kids, right? Bringing back vintage ideas. Let's see, I don't know if I have it. Yeah, I don't think so. So I was going to say vintage, rich history, and I already have my tagline, my target audience is parents and children and older people that appreciate that. And then floats and old ice cream flavors and bringing them back. Maybe not old is probably not the word, because that sounds like it's been sitting out for a long time. Vintage. I will find a word for that. Oh, that's a good tagline. Bringing back the flavors. Maybe. No. Okay. All right. So anyway. All right. So we're going to jump over here. All right. So looking at this, we talked yesterday about hierarchy, making sure that you have hierarchy and things like that when it comes to your designs. Now, you're not doing the advertisements and things like that today. You're going to be doing just the mock-ups for the logos and things like that, but also you're doing your slogan. And I'll show you basically your slogan. Your logo has to be bigger than your slogan, but you've got to consider the hierarchy as well. Okay. When you look at this, thinking about focal point, see this right here. The first thing that I see is here, and then this. But it also has this diagonal feel, right? And like, remember yesterday when I talked about diagonal is one of the strongest forms of design, right? And speaking of forms of design, I wanted to go over that golden ratio. We talked about it yesterday, just very briefly. So Andrea, it was you, right, that I sent this link to? Okay. Did you find it more helpful? It's a very confusing thing. The golden ratio, basically, when you create something on a page, regardless of the shape, see, this is telling you A over B equals A plus B over A, dividing that, right? And it gives it the golden ratio. So say, for instance, you use this side. Let me do annotate. Okay, so you're doing this side with that much of the rectangle, okay? Including the space here, look here, right? And you have to have a second object here to make up the rest of the space, right? Well, it doesn't necessarily mean it's 100% a spiral all the time, right? The golden ratio basically means that the grid must be broken up and filled in, or things must be placed in a certain area, right? To complete that mathematical equation. Basically, the golden ratio, this is the golden ratio. This right here is a big one here. This is 8. And then 5, 3, 2, 1. Notice how that does that. 8. Think about is it Sudoku, whatever. 5 plus 3 equals 8, right? 3 plus 2 equals 5. 1 plus 1 equals 2. Okay, so I mean, when you look at an image, this could be the focal point here, but the smaller part of the focal point is over here, it's still going to create that golden ratio. See that right here. So how you use that in type, okay? This right here is an excellent example of what I was gonna go through with you guys today with headlines. And this is actually more like a sub-headline. And if you were doing a title, it would be even bigger than that for hierarchy, right? So this says if your body copy is 12, if you multiply 12 by 1.68, you'll get 19.416, meaning the header size of 19 pixels or 20 pixels would follow the golden ratio. Now, say, for instance, you're using a 20-point subhead, what would you multiply that by to get the size of your title? You're going to multiply it by 12. So say for instance, okay, they've got a 20. And I'm going to come over here and I'm going to do a 20 times 12. 240 divided by, no, that's not even right. What did I just do? Okay, there it is. 19. I did the wrong one. 19.416. There we go. Times 12 equals there. 232, right? So 12, 20. Let's see, that's not going to work. 232, that's pretty large. Maybe it's 2. Let me do this. I'll put this over here. So a title. So that could be, do a subhead. See, sometimes it doesn't even look right to me. It all depends. Let's see. So subhead is, they say that was 20. Yeah, that's not right. Yeah. So if I went any bigger than the title right there, it would definitely, so it doesn't, I guess it only works with this title, with the subhead. Divided, that's for the body copy. All right, so thinking about images and how to crop and things like that, making sure that that golden ratio, and this is what I was showing yesterday, is that spiral right here. So you don't want to cut out the white space. Keeping that white space in there is really important, okay? Thinking about the golden ratio when it comes to layout as well. Remember what I said about content. So this is what I was talking about. I was going to do this demo to kind of give you an idea. So say, for instance, we are going to create, I'm going to do that. I'm going to create a layout for a website, okay? So, but I want to show you a couple ways that you can still use that same space, right? But you're not going to do it the same exact way. So I'm going to do one. I'm going to do the navigation because that's going to be a constant, right? Navigation is always a constant in web design. So copy that. Come on. There. Okay, and group that. Option. Just going to try to get it as close as possible. Usually I would do these on different artboards, but that's okay. All right, so those all stay the same, right? So say on the front page here, I have this right here that is going to be an image, right? My logo will always be the same. So I'm going to option and drag right. And I'm holding my shift key, by the way. Okay. All right, so I've got that. And then I'm going to do, let's see, one. I'm going to break that up into 2, and I'm going to use gray. It's going to say text, okay? So this is the text. Anything light gray is text. So I've got to break this into 2 evenly, like that. Actually, I don't want to do that. I want to do this. Okay. Now, notice, well, I make that a little, well, actually, I don't want to do that. I'll use this. Oh, nope, nope, nope. Selection, silly. There we go. All right, so notice how this area, I'm going to bring that up just a bit, how this area has been utilized by one big shape, right? Now, say for instance, I want to go to the next page, right? I don't want to do that same thing for the layout. What can I do? I can break this up. I believe there is a break. I could do it myself, but type, say, I'll just do it. Well, no, go away. I don't want you. I'm just gonna do it by myself. All right, so say for instance, I'm gonna do something like that. So this one, I will do that, and then I will do that. I'll bring that over a little bit, and still a little too big. Okay. So and then just bring that out, pivot it, that, just like that. And instead of using the text on the bottom, maybe I just do something like that. Okay. Now on the next page, I want to do something even more different, right? I could take these, Option and drag, and I could do something like this. Now notice I'm still filling in the same space, right? But what am I doing? Using what? What am I using? Technically using, but I don't have it on the page at the moment. A grid, right? So that's, and each page is totally different. That's the way that you want to do that in your layouts as well. Is this helping any? Oh, this is going to come in. Good. And see this is off just a little bit because when I put it in, that's okay. All right, so, all right, I want you guys to tell me how I could do this next one. Or actually use your annotate and show me. There's squares in the annotate and go right ahead. So I'm going to delete this one. We'll do 2. Jay, you can do 1, do the left, and whoop. And Andrea, you can do the right. Bless America. Okay. There are squares instead of using the, let me go ahead and clear that. There are, okay, well that's fine too. Okay. Oh, don't be sorry. Jay, did you find the annotate? So you're saying like this, right? Oh, okay. And then notice how I utilize my boxes quite a bit, right? Okay. You know, when you create things like this, you could use these as templates, right? So make sure that you align everything. And then you could just simply take these and put them in, like I showed you how to do templates. You can do the opacity like this, right? And you can continually use them. Now, let's go ahead and clear. I'm going to use this, whoops. Let me use that. Okay, so tell me, is there anything that I can do to strengthen this? No, it actually doesn't work on Andrea like that, but if you go to the draw and you click on it and for a second, you will have boxes and then there's straight lines as well. Okay, make the center boxes bigger, like taller, wider, what? Taller? Okay, but what about my text? Should I just put that like that maybe? Then I could have my text here. That would probably work, right? So, oh, excuse me. So as long as you're utilizing those spaces as you used in your grid structure, you're good. Okay? Maybe that's text right there. Maybe there's another body of text right here. Let's do maybe something like that. And each one of these would have their own little. Nope, stop. Like that. Of course, they definitely need to be reworked as far as the alignment, right? But the other thing that needs to be strengthened here is it needs to be in the center of the page, right? And it should be grid from place to place. So here's the thing. Like I said, you could use this one. So say, for instance, I used this one. I'm going to center that and center it. There. Okay. I could use this for a template and maybe just kind of bring that in. Maybe I only want that. I don't know. Maybe I want to do something like that. Okay. And do something like that. And I probably do it maybe 3, maybe 4 times, maybe 3 times probably. I have to definitely play with it a little bit more to kind of get what I need out of this. Okay. So I like that other one better. And just like, yeah, see, it's still going over too far. I'd probably, yeah, that's probably like that. And then I would probably have to put that down and make it a little bit larger, like that. Okay. All right, so that's talking about grid structure. The same thing when it comes to your advertisement. And I'll show you those next week. Okay, so I started writing some of these taglines. I'm not 100% sure. There was something, I had an idea, and then I totally forgot about what that idea was. All right, so for the game garage, you can use a USB stick, a t-shirt, coffee mug, pen, notepad, and you can add whatever you want to do. Okay, with scoopers, t-shirts, hats, cups, ice cream cups, punch cards, coupons. You can create your own coupon if you want. Creating your own. Now, if you use a coupon, you definitely need to actually create it. Okay. Mapapa's a t-shirt. Oh, I'm not sure. Well, I mean, we could probably make a t-shirt from Mapapa's. The wine bottle label, possibly. Uniforms, hats, the mint, menus. Menu is a little bigger item. That would be something for next week. You could start it if, in fact, you want to just do a one-sided menu. That is fine. You can create coupons if you like as well. Okay. Now, Everlure, where's my Everlure? Right there. Everlure, t-shirts, a pen, a hat, beer koozies. You can just create that, and it would be with the logo. Coolers, umbrellas. What that's there? I don't know. That's not an umbrella. That's a firework. But, and then you're going to. This is for visual hierarchy. We were just talking about that, so we've already went over that part. So I'm just going to run right into the demo. All right, so sweet organic treats. What was that other one I was thinking of? And I still have to find that one word there. Floats and. Actually, I think that, bringing back all the flavors. They're probably bringing back the flavor. What else? I don't know. Let's see another word for. Heavenly, yeah. Let's see. Let's see something else real quick. There's only one S. Succulent sweet. And this is what you guys want to do. Just kind of go through and look and see, you know, what will work with your tagline. Snazzy. That's cute. Snazzy. I wonder. Let's see, vintage words. I don't know. Or yummy. I don't even know. I definitely, that's something I'm going to have to continue to go back and look at some words that they used to say, like in, let's see. Delicious. Yeah, I'll have to go back and I'll have to look at it some more and see. It's going to take a little bit longer than I thought it would, but all right. So I've got these to start out with. So I've got the logo right here. Basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy this logo and bring it over here. And I'm going to add the tagline with it. You're just going to put it on the artboard. This one is, let me check the, okay. So sweet organic treats, bringing back the flavor. All right, we're going to try this one, bringing back the flavor. And I am going to go here. I'm using my Shift command and the arrow key to the right. And I'm going to Option and the arrow key to the right as well. Giving it a little bit of tracking. I'm kind of feeling like yeah, I'm thinking that one right there. Just kind of making sure that the spacing is correct. Should be consistent. No. Okay, so now I'm just going to bring this out like that. I'm holding my Option key, by the way, because it'll, remember what I said yesterday. What does it do when I hold the Option key? Anybody remember? Option and Shift actually is what I'm holding. So. It helps to resize from the center again. So let me show you again. I'm just gonna, let's say I'll make it this big, right? Now, if I want to resize this, if I hold my Shift key, I have to move it on each side, right? But if I don't hold, if I hold my shift key and my option key, okay, watch right from the center so that it doesn't move. So if I'm in, like say this right here, I needed to make this bigger or smaller, I could make it bigger or smaller accordingly without having it to move all over the page, right? Which is awesome. I learned that quite a while ago. It's one of the, it is definitely a very, very good way to create some sorry, to not create, to help make up some design time instead of having to do that back and forth like that. I'm not a big fan of this sideways thing. Just kind of, some of it is okay, but just kind of strengthening it a little bit. It just feels like it's okay, pretty. How's it look over there, guys? I'm gonna actually grab this end, kind of bump it down a little bit, kind of making it my own. Okay, let me trim this just a bit. I'm gonna keep the R like that because that's the only letter that was short in here, and it was done on purpose because I left it there. I wanted it to look like the R was walking, okay? So then I'm just gonna grab this, and okay, looks a little bit better. Well, maybe I should try to, no. Okay, I'm gonna leave it there. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and, so that's one, that's with the tagline. Make another one. I'll put this one over here because the first one needs to be without the tagline, okay? So option and drag, I can do that, group that back up, and then I can align that, oops, this one, to the artboard here. No, there we go. Thank you. Sometimes it'll fly over there because I didn't click on the other one. Now I'm going to group this, make sure I click on the artboard, select it, and align it to the artboard, guys. Okay. Now, a lot of times you want to get rid of the extra space that's on this artboard, right? Because when you submit it, or when you go to use it, you're going to have this all this space around it. We don't want that. Okay. Makes it a lot easier. All you need to do is go up here to edit, object, artboards, and fit to selected artwork. Okay, now I can just take this and option and shift just a little bit. So I have a little bit of space, right? Double click on this one, object, artboards, fit to artwork bound. No, 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 stop. Thank you. You have to have it selected. Artboards and fit to selected artwork. The same thing. I'm going to hold my shift and my option just a little bit, bring it in, give it a little bit of margin. That's it. Okay. So that right there is your, I'm still not sure about that color, to be honest with you. I almost want to do this to revise my logo, because I feel like it would make more sense that way. You guys agree? I mean, even if I did the blue, either one, I think the pink. I think that's what I'm going to do. I think it looks much more cohesive like that. Okay. Now, I mean, I could do quite a few things with this. Say, for instance, I'm going to do, what was that? It was Fruitiger. No, it wasn't Fruitiger. I cannot remember. Client list. Avenir. That's fine. All right, whoops. All right, so we're gonna go Avenir. Avenir, I'm gonna do that. And you don't necessarily have to continue to do that anymore, but I'm gonna actually create another. I'm gonna see. I don't ever leave anything unturned, unfortunately. That's just how I am. But I can't see that. Okay. Is that spelling right? Why does that look? Make sure you do spelling, guys. Edit and spelling. Yeah. There we go. I knew it was wrong. Okay, so looking at that, I'm going to try, let me try something else. I'm going to actually make it an all cap and shift an option. Then I'm going to create outlines and I'm going to go effect and warp. I'm going to do that. Maybe I want to do this. Whoops, not that way. Yeah, I think the pink is a little bit more friendly at the top. Or you were talking about the tagline. I'm using the option and the arrow, or option and the shift key. Kind of like that. Let me try just by, why does that look like that? I don't know why it looks so, oh, that's why. Edit object, and I'm going to expand this appearance. That's why, because I didn't expand it. Okay. I'm kind of liking this one. I bet you it could possibly work in any format because there is thicker, you know, and I think that's what I needed, maybe a little thicker. Yeah, I think it works like that. It works pretty well. I'm going to bump this up just a tiny bit. So I think this would be the one that I would actually turn in. I'm liking that. Because it looks kind of like a scoop kind of thing, right? So now I'm just going to, the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take this, I'm just going to leave this one. I'll go ahead and save this as my logo revise. You guys will be putting your DES209 assignment 2, first and last name, okay? And you're going to save it as a PDF once I get 209 in here. Oh, that's not the one I wanted. That's mockups. Let's go back there. Course is 209. And this is the assignment for week 2. And okay. All right, so file. And then we're going to save this as a PDF. Okay. And this is logo revive. I'm just going to put week 2 for mine because, so I know. Okay. And then you want no marks, no bleeds, anything like that, guys. And a couple of you sent things with bleeds on there. Please, please, please do not. I'm going to have you take them back and take the bleeds off because that's not something that you would send to your client. Okay. All right. So right now we have this. We have 2 different versions. If you have extra that you want to do, that is completely up to you. Okay. Now I'm going to show you how you can do these and be able to put my, I've got my spinning wheel of death going around. So yeah. Show you how you can use these. Show you how you can to place other files inside PDF. Because we're going to be using Photoshop, right, to do this. So now you're going to open up Photoshop to do your mockups. All right, and you are responsible to make sure that you do your logo revision, your personal mockup templates. Okay, and I would say 3 total. Okay. So for this one, I'm going to come over here and grab these layers and bring them down. And you see where the red is, right? This tells you where the ice cream cups are. And then you come down here. You can change that color. Okay. So I think I've got my logo in here and I've got my libraries, right? So this is why I put it in my libraries because I want to make sure that I have the colors in here. So we'll grab that. And let's see. No, come on. Thing is going over, round, circles. Okay, I'm gonna go swatches. I'm going to first okay. Come on, please. As much memory and RAM as I put in this computer, thank you. Let go. What did I do with it? There we go. I don't understand why it oh, that's not what I wanted to do. All right, well, that's fine. So I'm going to double click this, double click, and move that out of the way because I can't find it. There we go. It's not allowing me to get to it. Come on, copy to. Yeah, it's not letting me work on that. So trying to give me my color theme. It's not allowing me to get that. Oh. Foreground color. There we go. Finally, something. Okay. Okay. So now I'm going to do this one. And that one didn't work there. Let's see that. A lot of these, maybe I should do the other one pink. There we go. And double click. Why isn't this doing that silly thing? It's not letting me. All right, that's fine. I'm gonna do this. It's gonna be 88, 82, and 76. I'm not gonna fight with it. All right, so what's this other? The inside. And I'm not sure about this inside. Why is it doing that? Ah, right there. Double click. And I'm going to come over here. I'm going to grab my paint bucket tool. And do I want to do brown or do I want to do, I think I'm going to do the tan. Command S is in Sam. When you double click it, it opens up what's called a smart object. Okay, so double click on the thumbnail. Oh, I'm not going to do this yet. I'm going to wait. Because I'm going to create a pattern. You can do that same thing if you choose to. I'm looking for all of the inside parts. Command S is in Sam. Yeah, that's fine. Another inside part, double click. It opens up another one. Command S is in Sam. And close it. And I think they're all good. Okay. Now you've got the object color. That's the edges right there. I'm going to now see background and object color. And let's see here. I've got it's good. Smart object right there. It's the good one. Okay, so there's that one, and that one. Okay, no problem. All right, so I gotta find, you have to click through here to find where there's that pattern right there. So I'm gonna double click that, okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to create the pattern that I feel that might work, okay? So I'm just going to do like this. This, and I'm gonna do Option and drag. I'm just going to keep Option and drag for the moment. Then I'm going to make sure that I align that, of course. It's not right, but Okay, so there's that, and take that off of there, and I'm going to use the alignment. I'll just use, it's pretty good. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and turn that one off. And I'm going to add a white layer. Or do I want a tan layer? I don't know. I don't think the tan will work with it, but oops, I don't want that. Not too bad, actually. I thought it'd be a little worse than that. I thought the contrast just wouldn't work, but we'll see. All right, now I have this in here. I need to bring in my scoopers, right? I'm gonna try something real quick though. Oh, I don't want that, okay. Let me try to command and the arrow key, bringing this sideways a little bit. Kind of like that better. No, that's not right. Okay. All right. So I'm going to group. What I'm going to do is I think I'm going to group these because let me just merge these shapes. That's fine. It's a lot easier if I do it this way. So I'm going to do a command and then the arrow. No. Yeah. Let me go to image or edit, transform, and distort. Try that. There we go. That's better. There we go. That's what I was wanting to do in the first place. It's always nice when you can get it to work, right? Okay. So I'm happy with that. Okay. I'm going to come back over to my libraries. I'm going to grab my Scoopers logo and drag it out here. And Option and Shift. Well, no Shift, I'm sorry. Because in here it doesn't work anymore. Okay. And actually, no, I think I want my tagline one. I'm going to grab the tagline one because I didn't put it in my library, right? So I'm going to use this one right here, okay? You can use it if you want to bring it through the library, that's fine, or you can copy it, Command C, and then Command V as in Victor, and paste it as a smart object, all right? I know I'm going to have to add a white background to this, but that's not a big deal. So I'm just going to do it like this. And this is going to be white, regular white. Okay. And then I'm going to add an anchor point right here. Hopefully I've got it right. Bring it down just a little bit to keep that curve, just like with my logo that I have, right? And I'm going to send it backwards. Okay. Now I'm going to do Option. It's pretty good. Pretty happy with that. Now I'm going to, A on the keyboard, I'm going to select these points and bring them in a little bit. And bring this in a little bit. Whoops. Oh well, I let go of my command key there. All right, I'm thinking I'm going to bring these up. There we go. What do you think? settling on the eyes? Yeah, okay. Do you think that the background color maybe needs to be white? I'm gonna try that. Nah, I like the color, I like that. It just kind of feels organic, and that's what I'm trying to really, there we go. So now, we have the layer 211, which is the smart object, right? Command S or File, Save. Okay, jump out here, and there, look at that. Very nice, right? Now you have to do each one of these. Now, I'm going to show you a way that you can you can copy them. It's much, much easier. Okay, so I'm going to go to, this is the one that I was on? Yeah, okay, I'm going to double click on this. I'm going to come back out here, and I've got to find the other ones. It takes a minute sometimes because you can't really see what's in there. So this is that right there. Nope, that's not it. Let's see. That one right there. Double click that. I'll come back over here, and I'm going to also open up that one. Double click that. Okay. So I'm going to go back over to layer 211 PSB. That's the smart object that I already worked on, right? First of all, I'm going to delete this because I don't need that. I'm going to copy this. I'm going to select everything. I'm going to right click here, and I'm going to duplicate layers. I'm not going to have them the same color. I'm going to show you how you can change those colors, but see, notice these layer PSB, layer 218 PSB, right? Layer 218 PSB, and paste it in there. That's fine. Layer 2111 PSB, right? So I'm just going to duplicate layers, 2111, and say okay. Now they are over in here. It doesn't even look like they're different files, right? But I'm going to grab this rectangle copy, double click it, cancel it, double click, and I'm going to put a color overlay. And it is going to be normal. And let's do, I need a color. Oh, what is it? Okay, it's a supply, but it's not working. Give me a second. I need to grab. Oh, it did. Look at that. Okay, so there's one. All right. Command S is in Sam. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't, apparently. All right. And then this one, I am going to make, I'm thinking I'm going to make this the darker one. Double click. Color overlay. This one here. Say okay. This is a normal. Okay, it's not working. Huh. Color overlay. Oh, that's because the purple was on it. And that looks pretty good. I'm wondering, I'm just wondering if I could just do a simple stroke. Maybe white. Just a simple stroke, color white, and then say okay. Well, this one wouldn't be white. Duh, silly. This one would be, Let's do, maybe do that tan maybe. Let's see, stroke. It's not allowed, oh, that's why. It's not, oh, I see it's too light. Too light, too light. Oh, fill type color. Well, that's okay. We just won't do it. All right, so I'm going to delete this one. Command S is in Sam. Then I'm going to bring this out. Look at that. Okay. Now, I think this background, I definitely don't want that background to be the same color. This color is locked. Oh, hush. Locked at the parent. There we go. All right. I'm just going to use that color right there. I could use that. I could use pretty much any one of them. Huh. Okay, what happened? Oh, come on. Oh, I'm on the wrong way. That's why. Which one do you think? Pink? Blue? Kind of like, okay. Yeah. Okay. So that's pretty much what you're going to do. You're going to take this now, file, and you're going to export, save for web legacy. Okay. Then you're going to come over here, see how large it is. We're going to bring it down a little bit. We're going to save it as 1500, just because we don't want it to be too large. And then the quality, you're going to come over here and you're going to bring it high. Okay. Now notice right here, it says it has a 4-second load time, which is fine, but you need to make sure that you downsample it to 2 megabytes per second. If you don't, what's going to happen is, look at that, 55 seconds. You're going to have a heck of a time trying to get that to load, to upload. So go down here, size, download time, and save. So we're going to save that in that 209 folder, whereas save the other ones, assignments. And save. Okay, so there's one. And I don't save the PSD usually. I'm going to save it this time because if I need it for a later time. Okay. All right. Now we are going to go to this one right here. Mock-up street. I got to figure out which one I'm using. This little eyeball. By the way, if you want something like this, all you need to do is right click on your and customize your bar up here on the Finder window. And then you can drag and drop different things. The quick look button right here, that's the one that I use. I love it. It makes it so much easier to see what's going on. So I just click on it and come like this, and it tells me, okay, that's the street sign. You can just do that. And then you can even scroll through using your arrow keys as well. I like that one right there. Then I don't know. I think I like that last one. This one right here. So I'm going to go ahead and open it with Photoshop. Okay. So basically you're going to come over here to the top. You're going to go ahead and get rid of that. Okay. See where it says mock-up street sign? You're going to double click in this hold on one second. I brain dumped for a second. The smart object. Okay, so then we're going to just go ahead I'm going to replace this, but I can't, it won't allow me to take it out of here right at the moment, but that's okay. I'm going to take this and drag that in here. Now I can take this out. I don't know. I'm going to save it for a second just to kind of get an idea. No, not liking this one. Nope, nope, nope. I don't want this one. Doesn't work. So make sure when you look at it, you know, if you feel like it works, you know, if it doesn't work, then you got to go back and just kind of figure out which one does. I'm going to actually try this one right here. All right. Okay, I just want to save it for a second just so I can see how it looks. Okay, it's getting there. So bringing, nope, nope, nope. Option, silly, option. There we go. I'm going to do Command A. And I want to make sure this is aligned. Command D as in dog. And I think I want to bring that shape back in. Let me see. Command S as in Sam. Let's take a look at that. It's too, yeah, it's a little too big. Oops. Command S as in Sam. Actually, that looks fine now. Okay, okay, that's fine. Now I'm going to do here, File, and I'm going to export, save for Web Legacy. Yeah, not by much, but the resize helped. Yeah. And I'm going to do 1500. And the reason why is, I mean, just it's proportion and balance. That's why. Okay, so this is mockup 4. So I'm just going to put store sign. And what else could I do? I'm going to do a t-shirt. I didn't download one because I already have one. So I'm going to do t-shirt. Share markup. I have so many things in here. It's not even funny. Coffee. Can I have coffee, anybody? Barcode aftershave. Let me see. T-shirt. Oh, right there. Okay, so I already have something on there, but it's not that big of a deal. I'm going to just redo it. I put these background colors right here is going to be, let's do that. It's a color. It's okay. And this color. Yeah, I'm going to keep it pink, I think. And we'll do, no, it doesn't. I think I'll do the pink through here. I don't know. I don't like that. All right, let me just go there. All right, so in this file, I'll send this to you guys as well. It has all the lights, the overlays, and things like that. These are the rectangle colors. I added things into it. That's totally fine. You're going to come over here, see where it has the red layer mark. Okay, I'm going to delete that logo. And I'm going to just bring in my scoopers. But I'm thinking maybe I don't want to do that. I don't know, maybe. Actually, yeah, I like that. It looks pretty good. Okay. Let me see something. Center. It's a little off for some reason. I don't know why, but okay. And then I'm going to take these circles. So I'm going to grab the circle from, well, all three of them actually. Command C. Actually, let me turn that down a bit. Like about there. Command C. And I'm going to bring these over here. Command B as in Victor, Smart Objects. And I'm going to hold my Option key. Put that there. Option. Oops. Option. No, I think one is fine. Okay. Command S is in Sam. And there it is right there. I need to bring that up, I think, just a bit. It might be too light. Yeah, it's too light. So delete that. I'm going to go back over and turn this up just a bit. Come back over here. Command V as in Victor. I think maybe I might turn that. There we go. Command S is in Sam. Okay, so I'm going to come over here, t-shirt color. Matte. $50. Kind of playing with the lights a little bit. You can do the same, depending on what you're trying to do. What's that? T-shirt color. I'm going to do t-shirt color. Okay, that's fine. We'll go with that. Actually, I like it back. I like it on the brown better. Okay, so we can still see all that. So I'm going to come over here. Let's see. I've got to find the mask right there. Yeah, right there. So right here, I'm going to grab that mask. So right there. Sometimes people, when they create these, they are not, I need a brush. B, come on, why are you not going brush? Thank you. They don't, you know, they don't automatically watch different things because maybe they haven't extended things off the side or something, but your job as a designer is to make sure. Now, I want to let you know the reason why we're doing this is because when you create mock-ups, you're showing your clients real world examples. Yeah, that's not right. I want to see want to bring it up just a little bit. And that's what this is all about. That's what this lesson is about. Just bringing this back just a tiny bit. And I'm super picky when it comes to what I want to do with things. And I mean, you guys should be that same way. But in time you will. Looks a little bit better. And I'm using the bracket keys next to the P to make the brush size. Ooh, what happened? There we go. All right, so I'm pretty happy with that. Except for, what's up with that? That light is. Let me see. Some of this is really scary, you know. Kind of. I like the linear burn, to be honest with you. The shadow is large. Okay, so yeah, I kind of feel that way too. I'm gonna make this a little bit lighter, the t-shirt itself. There we go. Not something about this light. What in the world is that? Trying to figure out what this overlay is here, and I can't seem to find it. Unfortunately, yeah, I think it's on that. Disable. Huh. It's not the same. Sometimes you get in here and you have to search for things. That's the background. Shadow, color, that's fine. Delete. Disable. Yeah, that's where it is. Okay, so, I see. Color burn. Oh. Well, it's as good as it's going to get, I guess. That's the fill there. For some reason, I just don't. I'm not fond of this like dusky look, you know. I'd probably work on it some more, but anyway, I'm gonna go from here, file, and I'm gonna export. I'm gonna save it, web, and this is 45. We're gonna change it to what, 1500, right? Just because we want to make sure that it isn't too big. I'm just gonna put scoopers t-shirt, okay, and then save. Now, I'm gonna go ahead and save this. Actually, I'm gonna double click here. I'm gonna cancel and delete this off of here because I'm sending this to you guys. So that way you guys have it. And you guys can change all that stuff as you need it. Okay, so I'm saving, I gotta save this one. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, now we need to open up the PDF. We already have it, right? So if you come over here to the side and close this, see there's a little arrow right here. You open it up like that, hit this little paper icon. You can reorder things if you'd like to. You can also insert pages from file. So I'm going to come over here, go to assignments, and it tells me that I can't use that. But if I come over here, documents, find the file, 209, assignments. Now it'll let me drag it in here. So I'm gonna hold my, well, first I'm gonna use my quick look. I got that one. I got my t-shirt and store sign. So I'm using my command key, holding it down, and I'm gonna drag this right into here. Give it a second. It's going to run around circles. There's a little bit bigger files. Okay, now let's zoom out. Now we've got our logos, right, with our tagline. And like I said, if you created more than one, you are more than welcome to add it into there. It just shows your process, right? So there's the t-shirt, and then there is the sign. Next week, we'll be doing advertisements, those types of things. And I'll show you how to set up the files and things like that. So now I'm going to go File, Save As. I can come over here. I'm just going to grab this, Command C, and I'm saving the assignments, and Command V as in Victor. Assignment 2, D. Alderman. And this is .pdf, so I took it off of there. PDG, apparently. All right, and there's my assignments and save. This is the file you will submit. Let's do a Command D real quick to see how big this file is. Command D as in dog. It's only 1.6 megabytes because I made sure that these images are not too big, okay? All right. Well, I will be cutting down this video just a little bit to just put in the last part of the lecture because it's a 2-hour lecture. So, but I will make sure that I cut this down in a little while, and I will be posting it by tomorrow. But I'll post this one today. Okay. Is there any questions or concerns, Jay?
No, there isn't. I actually understood it.
Good, good. And I hope everybody else did as well. And you know what? If you want to meet with me, if you're having any problems or anything like that, if you want to meet with me this week, just email me and I would be happy to meet with you to help you through the process as well. All right, guys? You guys have an awesome weekend coming up. I look forward to hearing from you, and I look forward to seeing your projects. Have a great night.